So next one is accessing and modifying substrings, right? So if you go here, I'm just saying that the next question is, once I have a collection, something we don't have to ask for integers. How can I get inside it and pull out individual elements, right? Because it's a collection of multiple elements. For the string, it's just like we have for the, it's just like we have for the list. You use an index, right? So if you look at that part of the code, let me run it again so we can discuss the output. So greeting within brackets, within the square bracket, that's an index. And as we said for list, the index runs from 0 to length of string minus 1. Okay. Now we can do this thing also. We can ask the question, if I make a variable, like for example here, greeting is a variable and it has the value hello in it. Then if I make another variable, greeting1, and it has the value hello in it, does Python in its memory have two strings called hello or one string called hello? And this is just an optimization idea in Python. If you create the same string and have multiple values looking at it, they all get to share it. So if I have 100 strings with hello in it, they can all share it. And that I'm showing you with this code. You can use this ID on the variable to look at where it's pointing. And if you look here in the output, you see both of these strings are pointing at the same ID. Now, this really works well. I remember that we are talking about a deep concept here, is whether the collection is mutable or not, right? If the collection is mutable, then you can change it in place. List was mutable. The string is actually immutable. So you can't really modify a string. All you can do is create a new string. So for example, I'm trying to modify the string, but really when I do something like this, if I take hello and add world to it, I've created a new string. A string as hello world, right? So what do you do now? If you print the ID for this guy, you see the ID is completely different. It's an ID is 3. Okay, and just to show you what I said, that strings are immute, cannot mutate a string. If you actually run this, it's going to complain, right? You see, it complains, right? Bad error, blah blah blah. Okay, so you cannot mutate a string. You can only create new strings, right? You think you're mutating a string, but Python, if it's an acceptable operation, will automatically create a new string.